Hi, my name is Portia Louder. I'm going to share a little bit about my experience in federal prison. I am a mother of 5 children. I have a cute little grandson, married to my husband Chad for 24 years, and I'm a photographer. I think I'm pretty good at that. A sister, a daughter, and also a felon now. My life before I went to prison was quite a bit different. I was a photographer for 20 years, and then I got involved in real estate. And real estate for me was supposed to be my ticket out of being too busy. Looking back at my life, I can see that rather than, looking for balance and trying to find a way to set some goals based on a foundation of integrity and looking toward a future, I was looking for an easy way out. And the market was booming, and I also struggled with an addiction to prescription drugs. So about the time that I started investing in real estate, I relapsed. When that happened, I remember feeling something inside me that told me to get help, and I just was too prideful and I was scared. And I ended up investing in some real estate deals that were investigated by the FBI and was indicted. In 2015, I walked into a courtroom, was sentenced to 7.5 years in federal prison. Life-changing experience for me. That day, I felt like literally a part of me died that day. When I looked back at my family and I realized that everything important was right there, and yet I had been working so hard to try to make money, and the only thing that mattered was the time that I would have left with my family. But at the same time, I think that there was I know that there was something fundamental inside of me that knew that if I did the right things, that I would be okay. For me, that's a connection to God, but it's also just a knowing that if I live my life by correct principles, that a path will be provided. And I didn't know how that would happen, but I knew, even with my children gone and my husband gone, that there would be a way. It was scary, it was hard, but it was also beautiful, because at that point in time, as painful as it was for me, I knew that I had something to build on. So I had 8 weeks to self-surrender. My husband drove me to Dublin, California. I said goodbye to my children, and I walked into a very cold and cinder block world. And I had no idea what I was facing, and I don't think anyone really can prepare for that. We all come from all walks of life in prison, and for me it was about 4 or 5 days of not leaving my cell and just feeling so depressed and so discouraged. I had no idea how I was going to find my purpose in the experience that I was in, and the devastation that I felt because I was, the loss of my family and my community was overwhelming. I was fortunate because I have a supportive community and family, and I came to know many of the women in prison didn't have that. And so after about 4 days, I left my cell and I went outside and I prayed and I begged God to help me. And I had a chat with myself, and I just said, you have to get it together. You're not helping yourself. You have this time. You have to do something with this time. So I went back and I wrote a list of everything that I could do within my power to leave prison an amazing person. I had no idea what that journey would look like, but it guided me. I knew that I wanted to read good books, that I wanted to educate myself any way that I could, that I wanted to find purpose. And at that point, I didn't realize how important it would be for me to take full responsibility for my life. What I know today is that one of the most important decisions that I ever made was to choose to take ownership of my life, to take full responsibility for every decision that I made that got me to prison, to recognize that because of those choices, I also had the power to choose a completely different future. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for me. It wasn't easy for my children. And it didn't happen overnight, and it's a process. But it's life-changing. This curriculum outlines and helps people come to realize the value of that in their life.